Okay, let's talk about the current landscape. Things are certainly dynamic. We're navigating new trade policies and observing volatility in financial markets, which naturally brings a layer of complexity to some of our marketing planning. This means there's a sharper focus on demonstrating clear return on investment. And yes, our colleagues in the finance department are understandably more involved in scrutinizing spend as margin pressures increase. But periods of change always present opportunities for smart adaptation. This isn't necessarily about drastic cuts, but about refining our approach, focusing on efficiency and demonstrating strategic value. So let's discuss 3 key action areas that can help us navigate these conditions effectively and position our departments for continued success. First, let's consider our channel mix. When budgets tighten, it's crucial to evaluate where we're getting the most sustainable value. This often means reinforcing our investment in foundational channels like SEO, search engine optimization, and email marketing. This encourages us to look at our fundamental approaches to digital marketing and performance marketing spend. Channels like SEO and email marketing have been legends in ROI over a longer period of time. With new trade policies and financial markets moving around a lot, we're going to see the next year plus being a little less predictable. A longer term investment is always more welcomed in our strategy as the better ROI comes from these fundamental channels. SEO is about building a long-term asset. While it requires upfront effort, the payoff is significant, potentially lowering cost per lead substantially compared to paid channels over time. You're essentially building equity in your online presence, and that creates a durable traffic source that isn't dependent on continuous ad spend. As others might fluctuate their paid media budgets, a strong organic presence provides stability and continued visibility. The focus here should be on high quality, valuable content, solid technical SEO, and targeting keywords that align with buyer intent. We have a lot of videos about that. I really encourage you to watch that. And email marketing, it remains one of the highest ROI channels available. Your email list is a direct line to an engaged audience. Especially now, nurturing existing customer relationships is vital. It's generally more cost effective than acquiring new ones. Effective segmentation, personalization, and automation, think welcome series, relevant follow-ups, newsletters, are key to maximizing the value of this owned channel. This doesn't mean eliminating paid channels. They offer speed and specific targeting benefits, but strategically strengthening these organic foundations provides resilience. Historical data suggests that companies maintaining smart marketing investments during downturns often recover faster and even gain market share. Strategy number 2 involves looking at supply chain implications. The current trade environment, by design, increases the cost of many imported goods. For companies utilizing US-based suppliers, this can present a really strategic opportunity. Competitors relying more heavily on imports might face greater cost pressures, potentially giving domestically sourced operations a relative advantage in pricing or margins. From a marketing perspective, this can translate into many advantages for you as a business that works with US suppliers. So for one, brag all day long about being made in the USA. That's always been a big advantage in your marketing process, but it means a lot more now. Not just quality and durability, but maybe it means affordability. It may also mean reliability in access to these things. So your supply chain's still there. A reliable supply chain is frankly been a difficult thing to have over the last several years, and continuing that reliability is big for consumers. And finally, let's talk about metrics and financial communication. With increased focus on profitability and CFOs playing a key strategic role in your planning, it's essential for marketing leaders to be fluent in the language of financial performance. We're talking KPIs like return on ad spend, return on investment, cost per lead, acquisition costs, lifetime customer value. We need to clearly demonstrate marketing's contribution beyond intermediate metrics. Mastering and communicating these key indicators is crucial. You may need to really refine your return on ad spend. Profit margins go down. You need to make sure your return on ad spend is high enough to justify that change in profit margin. If you don't know these numbers right now, you really need to figure out what they are. I really recommend working with someone like us who can really get in the weeds with you on, justifying the ad spend or justifying the strategies that you have. So you can take that to leadership like the finance department. Accurate tracking is key. This means robust attribution models, integrated tools, consistent UTM parameter usage, for example, all the funnel analysis and continuous A/B testing. Consider specialized marketing analytics platforms if needed to consolidate data. Then translate this data effectively. Use clear, concise dashboards for your leadership. The C-suite is going to know all these numbers. It's up to you to tell that story. Frame results in terms of business impact, revenue, efficiency, market share. Connect specific activities to bottom line results. You can provide context and narrative around the numbers. Report proactively and transparently to build trust with finance. That's really important. Navigating periods of economic adjustment requires strategic thinking and adaptability. By reinforcing high ROI foundational channels like SEO and email, exploring potential domestic sourcing advantages, and mastering the financial metrics that demonstrate our value, we can lead effectively. The key is proactive adaptation. Let's audit our channel performance, refine our measurement capabilities, and ensure we can clearly articulate marketing's contribution to the business's overall goals. Companies that approach these periods strategically often emerge stronger. So let's focus on building resilience and driving efficient growth. By taking these informed steps, we can navigate the current environment successfully and position our teams and companies for the future.